I'm pleased to say I'm joined by the pundit from the World Seniors, Bobby George. Thanks for the time, Bobby. How you doing?
I'm still here, Alex. Still here, son.
Glad to hear it. Well, let's just start with the weekend just gone. We had the second World Seniors Championship. Robert Thornton defending his title. What did you make of his run to becoming a back-to-back World Seniors champion now?
Well, last year he played fantastic darts. He won 2 out of 3 last year. And coming back to defend the World Championship is tough to do. But I talk to him every morning when he has breakfast and that. And he said, well, I'm going to win it, but I want the title still. I thought, well, great, this is how you play. Well, he started off where he left off. That's the thing. How he left off last year, he started the first round the same. He was ton 80s, ton 40s, and finishing, gets on with the game. It's lovely to watch because he's fast. It's nice to watch a fast player. He doesn't even look at it, gets me how he scores. So he don't look at it, he just throws them. It's amazing. And I thought he played very well. I'm not only him, I thought most of them played really, really good darts. It was quite, I was amazed at the standard and the ton 80s they hit. That's what got me. Fitton, he hit 9 ton 80s against Gates. I think Gates hit 4 against him. Kevin Painter hit 6, and I can't remember who he played now. He hit 6. And then Robert Thornton in the final, he hit 880s, a 171 and a 174. And Richie hit 5 or 6. It was amazing how many ton 8s they hit in that short format. They played really good, not just the winner and the runner-up, but all of them. That Gates was amazing. Gates was Lennon Gates. I've never seen him play before. He was a baseball player or something. And the way he finished, I thought, the way he finished, they say he couldn't count very good, but he wasn't there to count. He was there to throw darts. But he took his time, checked the score, and it didn't even seem like he was aiming. He was going out big shots and bullseye double 16, like in sec, bang, bang. Lovely to watch. Great dart player he is as well. But Kevin Painter played very good. Not getting a bit excited, he doesn't know. Keith Bella, he played up a bit in the first round, I thought, with all the shorts over the balls. There's no need for that. I don't know any other dart player, professional, who uses chalk like that. And it can, I've played it loads of times, and it doesn't bother me, but I don't like chalk on my hands when I take the darts out. It makes them slippery. I think he went over the top with the chalk. And you don't need to do that. Second round, he played that well. He started well when he got to the third set. But, no, he shouldn't have done what he done, I don't think. A lot of people have asked me, should they ban chalk? Well, how many people use chalk? But the thing is, it's not a rule. You mustn't use chalk. But I think it's not fair to the player he's playing. So they might bring it in that you can't use that chalk. You can get other chalk that will do the same job, but won't go over the dartboard. It looks like an old pub dartboard. It does, doesn't it? A dartboard, all chalk over it. The idea of it is to watch television with a nice dartboard, nice and fresh. You can see the darts going in, but too much chalk he had. Like I say, Richie Howson played really good all the way through, especially when he played Taylor. Now, the problem with Taylor, a lot of people play the name, they don't play the board against him. But Richie Howson never looked at him, never looked at his score, put his head down, went up and he beat Taylor up. Taylor didn't know what him. But he's a great player, Taylor. Obviously, he's one of them 12s. He can still play good darts. And you never know when he's going to come out the Taylor of old. But at the moment, he's not the captain of the ship, I said on telly. He's a crew member. So they're not going to be frightened of him so much now.
Can't argue with that. Well, let's rewind back to when we last had you on the show. It was back in May 2020, part of our Darts Legend series. Back then, darts was on hold, the world was on hold, but when everything started up again, including exhibitions, what was that first show back like after the break?
Well, the thing is, I didn't practice much in the break. A lot of players didn't. The top players actually, because they were still competing with no audience. But walking up and down the dartboard, I'm getting so old for it, to be honest with you. I should have put a bit more effort in, because if you don't use it, you lose it. I didn't play too bad, but every dart player wants to play better than what he played. But at my age, I'm all right, but I played all right. I just I've got to put a bit more time in on the dartboard instead of working on my land and that. But I still enjoy the exhibitions. I love them. I mean, they're right there. But anyway, it gives me a break from working on the land. So, I'm all right. I don't just play darts. I do different programs and different things. So I'm always busy.
Good to hear. We saw the birth of the World Seniors Tour since we last spoke to you as well, something which fans have been wanting for a while. For you, did you ever consider playing in the first one last year?
Well, Jason Tay, he asked me 3 years ago he's going to do, he's going to think of doing it, and he said, would you play in it? And I said, no, I won't play. I'm not good enough to play in it. When I look at them play, I think they play really good. I don't know if I can play like them still, but if I put the hours in, obviously I would. But I said, no. He said, I knew you would say that. Anyway, you're doing a television show. I'm still involved, but I'm not competing. I play fun darts, not serious darts. Because I've got to sacrifice hours on the dartboard. At my age, I've done my bit, I think. I'm 77 now, getting on to 78. And it's not so easy walking up and down the dartboard for 3 or 4 hours if you want to play serious, So, I enjoy my darts. And I'm not going to, I don't travel as much as I used to, but I do enough, because I enjoy it. I love my job. What about the World Series and that? I think it's great for anyone over 50 that has been playing darts and probably hasn't lost their tour card or not playing in the tournaments and then I'm not going to play no more. Well, they can now. They can go into the tournament and they get a gold card, a super gold ticket or something it's called, and they can play in that tournament. But they've got Super Series playing, and they're playing all. Well, you get it on the television. They're playing all day, and they're obviously the more you play, the better you get. And so when they have play a tournament over, I think it's a month or 3 weeks, whatever it is, they get a few quid playing, but they play for 20 grand. The last 4 left, so they've got some sort of interest to go out and play darts, and it gives them another chance to go in the tournaments and win something and win a title, which I think is a great idea, It's a great idea because not just the men, the women can do it, and now they're invited. Obviously, Canada in it, America in it, Ireland in it, but now they're going to start doing like all European people can play off, and they represent their country because it's World Series, so you have obviously people from around the world, which is great. It's great for it's another starting light for the dartboard, I suppose. I really enjoyed it anyway. I think it was great. They've done very well.
Definitely, and you mentioned being a part of the broadcast, being back together with Ray Stubbs, and that's been one of my favourite parts of watching the seniors. So how much fun do you have that side of it being on the punditry again?
Well, I enjoy myself. Raymond is very, very good at his job. I look at every dart thrown, every ton 80, all the different things that's happened, every game. So when I talk, I've watched the game, I know the players, but this year, like I said, I wouldn't say I'm going to pick a player, because the last 4 was equal, really. The only thing Gates had a higher average than everyone. But, I enjoy enjoyed it, and it's fun to be a pundit. It's working me right again. It's two oldies together, that's the thing. It's like turning on the television. In fact, the music starts off like remember the Embassy World Championship music? They use that, and it reminds me straight away when you hear that noise of years ago on the dance. So it brings that memory to people watching. It's the audience were fantastic. I must mention that. The audience just packed slammed out, but they were quiet every dart throwing until you hit a double. You thought when they're playing that game, you could hear a pin drop, and they like had 1,200 people there or something like that. Amazing it was. It was just like the old days. No noise, respect for the players. It was good. Yeah, good for the families to go. That's the thing. They had kids there, young kids there watching it. None of that booing and hissing and shouting. So it was very enjoyable.
Definitely, yeah. I was at the Circus Tavern for the first 2 days last week, and I saw you joining in with the crowd at one point during the break, singing "Sweet Caroline." Is that your go-to sing-along, or is there something else?
Well, yeah, sweet. I do, don't I? I've got about, I put my hands up with them, don't I? I don't know if you see me, but I enjoy that. It's a good song. Gets people going. I think the music it helps towards the dance. The music, the walk-on music, and gets the crowd up and buzzing. Without the music, it'd be boring, I think. A bit boring.
Away from the seniors, we see sometimes talking about events in the PDC, congratulating Michael Smith, Chris Dobie on their recent titles, and I've got to ask you about that 9-dart leg from the World Championship final. What was your reaction when you saw that?
Well, it was Michael Van Geuren and Smith playing each other, and 180, 180, and then 180, 180, and then Michael missed 12 to the 9-darter, and Smith was done the 9-darter, which is unusual to see that. It's a great game. That was a bit different in darts because it both could have hit a 180, but the other one wouldn't have had a chance. But actually, Michael had a chance first to do it.
You mentioned as well we've got the Champion of Champions. That's the next seniors event coming up in Blackpool next month. 4 events on TV, and for our listeners, they'll want to know, will you and Ray be involved in all the seniors events on TV this year?
Yeah, me and Ray are doing them. Yeah, doing them all. So, yeah, me and Raymond's still doing it. So, we haven't got sacked yet. Put it that way.
Great news. And lastly, I remember watching Ray hands over to you sign off the broadcast with a message to the viewers. So can you sign off this interview with a message to our listeners?
Yes. Goodbye, and may the darts be with you.
Very nice, Bobby. Always a pleasure to chat. We appreciate you taking out the time, and keep up the great work you're doing with the World Seniors, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the year.
That's a pleasure, Alex. Be lucky and be safe.